Here we are at Charlotte Motor Speedway for the running of the Mountain Dew 250 in the next race in the Pennzoil Truck Series Season number 2. On the pole for tonight's race is Joe Jefferson in the 9, 2 is outside as the 4 Tim Gary. He's second in points coming into this race. In third, we have Javier Hernandez, 4th, Eli Bryant, running out the top 5, we got Noah Ely. Then Jake Moss in 6th, 7th is Cole Luigi, rolling off 8th is Josiah Kaufman, 9th is Cynthia Bright, running out the top 10, got Bentley Pierce. The rest of the starting lineup goes Josh Mail and then JJ Reed along with Jeremy Heath and Alexander Rowe, then Trey Rainey and Adam Lewis along with Derek Hamill and Laughter Ducole, then DJ Reed and Ray Sir, Julie Sanderson and Taylor Brian Price, Lou Jack Tavo and your points leader. He has over a race on the next place guy, Luke Rainey, then Alex Stewart and Junior Ramos along with Michael Canto and Isaac Nichols, Ron Emmerich and Jeff Bright, then Carter Friesen and Max Harrison, Cortez Newman and James Barker, and rounding out the field in the last row, you got Jason Larker and Brandon Thunder. They will start 35th and 36th on row number 18. So they have a lot of work to do to get to the front, but Charlotte, anyone can get to the front, go from the back to the front easily. So now go down trackside for the command.
In honor of the Highway Patrol's 75 years of service, gentlemen, start your engine.
Guys, go out there and have some fun today. Just like I said today in the meeting, you know, this is a good racetrack. It's a good place for us. I think the pit crew's ready to go. Let's go have some fun.
36 trucks fire off here. They will go racing for 26 laps around the Charlotte Motor Speedway, one wild track here in North Carolina. Joe Jefferson on the front row. He started out the season pretty well. It's kind of gone downhill since then. He's hoping to rebound here at Charlotte after starting on pole. Tim Gary trying to gain points on Luke Rainey. Gary will start second. Rainey starting back in 24th. Pace truck is in. Coming to the green flag, Joe Jefferson will lead the field as they come down to the restart zone. We are green flag racing at Charlotte Motor Speedway. Down the backstretch, they come out 3 wide towards the back of the pack. Joe Jefferson moves up. Javier Hernandez trying to get to the bottom lane in 3 and 4. He's going to have the run. As they come off of turn number 4, the 92 truck, Javier Hernandez, will come off of 4. Daytona winner leads lap number 1 here at Charlotte. See, it's a big pack. As they go into turn 1 for the first time at full speed, they're going to go 3 wide for the race lead. Noah Ely makes a move. They're making contact for the race lead. Cole Luigi had a chance to make it 4 wide, but he decided to back out of that. That could have been a disaster if he did, in fact, make it 4 wide. Noe lead to the race lead as they come off of turn number 4 for the second time here tonight. Joe Jefferson up the track, into the wall just a little bit, luckily keeps it out of anyone else. And now Cynthia Bright comes for the second position in that number 33 truck. And Joe Jefferson falling back after starting on pole, falling back 3 wide outside. And then they're 3 wide all the way back there. A lot of 3 wide moves. As Cynthia Bright trying to get to the race lead, but JJ Reed has other plans. He's going to try and get to the race lead. And Charlotte's very competitive. We may see some crashes, though. That's how it is. Cars get into the wall of 2 or 4. And that's what causes these accidents. Like, with how they are packed, I'm really surprised they have not wrecked yet. But it's only a matter of time, most of the times, to where they will wreck. And here comes Alexander on the 08 as they come down the back straightaway. You can see that big pack of trucks. Wow. Off into turn 3. Rowe trying to hold it, but here comes Adam Lewis in the 19. They're still 3 wide, getting closer. If no one hits the wall, they'll be fine, but my oh my. It's really scary seeing these trucks go 3 wide, especially since the guy in the middle is going to be back and forth, trying to keep it off of the guy on the top and the guy on the bottom. Look at Ray Sir make a move. They drove underneath Derek Hamill and almost wrecked him. Now Sir is going to be going for the race lead. Julius Anderson is up here while his teammate Luke Rainey rides around the 36th position. He sees what's in front of him. He's like, maybe I shouldn't get up in there quite yet. Cynthia Bright, wow, makes a move to the middle lane in the middle of the corner and almost ended up causing a wreck. Then they're going to go 3 wide once again for the race lead. Taylor Brian Price in the 31 with a move. Oh, contact in front of the field, and Tim Gary goes around. Oh, and more trucks involved. Big crash. And that's the field. Cynthia Bright damaged. Cole Luigi. Carter Friesen. DJ Reed is the one sitting backwards in the middle of the pack. Racer gets away. And one crash compounds into about 10, 15 trucks with damage. Caution out with 20 to go. Racer leads the field back. Tim Gary, I believe Alexander Rowe were the first to go around, and they're still wrecking coming back. Josiah Kaufman on his side. Joe Jefferson, your pole sitter. Cynthia Bright. I think I saw about 3 different wrecks in that lap. I believe Tim Gary and Alexander Rowe went around first, and then they just kept piling on in. So first, let's see what happened to Tim Gary and Alexander Rowe. Then we'll see how the rest of the wreck happened. This was the 3-wide move to end it. Tim Gary in the middle lane. Taylor Bryan Price kind of shoves up just a little bit, shoves up into Tim Gary, into Alexander Rowe. They go up into the wall hard. I believe trying to avoid it, Nichols might get on. Yeah, Nichols gets on the apron and comes up. If these two just stay up against the wall like they did and nothing else happened, everyone would have been fine. But it was Nichols getting down the apron, he gets into the 24 Code Luigi, and that's what sets off this accident. So you can see right here, these guys trying to miss it. They're trying to get as low as they can. Derek Campbell somehow, but Isaac Nichols on the apron comes right back up, gets his teammate, gets Code Luigi, Jeremy Heath, and then it's on from there. Your points leader in the middle of that, Joe Jefferson, your pole sitter, DJ Reed. A lot of trucks just stopped over there. 6 of Alex Stewart. And then coming back to take the caution, they wrecked in 3 and 4. They're racing about 5 wide. Trucks on the apron, Josiah Kaufman, one of them. Kaufman's going to come up into Adam Lewis, into Joe Jefferson. They wreck once again. Jefferson off the ground. Then there goes the 17 truck. So my, let's go on board with a few drivers. First, we'll go on board with Luke Race. He even got damage and all that because he was... Remember we said about 36 last time by. Did he drive through all of that? I believe Luke Ray drove through that. With minimal damage, too. He barely hit the back of the 92. Let's go on board Trey Rain, last season's champion. He's also towards the back of the pack. He might have also escaped. Yeah, both the Rains did a phenomenal job missing that. And then Tim Gary, first to go around in this accident, second in points. Gonna possibly lose that position. Yeah, I believe that was mostly started by Taylor Bryan Price kind of sliding up into that 4. So Racer led the field back. They, of course, will stay out. And it'll be a restart towards the middle part of this race. Racer trying to hold on over Julius Anderson. Here we are down the backstretch to take the green flag with 16 laps to go. Because of that accident, Isaac Nichols and Alex Stewart have retired. Josiah Kaufman, Joe Jefferson, and Cynthia Bright to the inside, a lap down, and they are very damaged. They'll be very slow, and they will definitely break this pack up. Racer out front. In second, you have Julius Anderson. Third is Taylor Bryan Price. Fourth is Junior Ramos. And ranking at the top 5 is Derek Campbell. Then 6th, you have James Barker. 7th is Josh Shimito. 8th, Jeff Bright. 9th, Carter Friesen. 10th, Jason Larker. That is your top 10 for this restart with 16 laps to go. So Racer got to the lead, was able to be in the lead when the wreck happened, and now coming off 4, Pace Truck in, he'll lead the field to the first restart of the night. Cynthia Bright to the inside, along with Joe Jefferson and Josiah Kaufman, all severely damaged as the green flag is back in the air. And they got speed a little bit better than I thought, but that's also because there's damaged trucks in the middle of the field back there. So they enter turn 1. See the front 2 get away, then Taylor Bryan Price on the outside trying to get around. It's Julius Anderson with the run on Racer as they come down the back straightaway, stacking up behind, trying to get by Cynthia Bright and others. And both lanes are going to be blocked here, so nowhere for anyone to go. The front 4 get away, and they might be the front 4 to contend for this race win, unless they get into a big crash back there, which could happen. Yeah, Kaufman and Cynthia, they're going to have to, no, they're going to get side by side. Look at this. Side by side in front of the field, and now both lanes are blocked once again. Just nowhere for these guys to go to get around Kaufman or Bright. You're going to have to move out of the way at some point. we talk about affecting races. This is affecting a race dramatically, as here comes Taylor Bryan Price for the race lead. Junior Ramos pushing him. And Racer's kind of falling out of this front three. He got past and now he's falling back just a little bit. 14 laps to go. Taylor Bryan Price to the point. As the front four trucks are away, they got Josh Mino. A pack should definitely catch those front three, so we'll have to see. Cole Luigi severely off pace with damage. Eli Bright, Adam Lewis, Alexander Rowe, Tim Gary, Noah Ely. Jake Moss is back here. Joe Jefferson. And they got kind of the trucks that are getting stuck behind Cynthia Bright and Joe Jefferson, others trying to get up past that 33. Jeff Bright was towards the top 10. He was about in the top 15. He's going to fall outside the top 20 because of getting stuck behind Cynthia. See your points leader, Luke Rainey, right there as well. So you have 4 get away. Taylor Bryan Price with the race lead. Racer is caught back up now because of the draft. Here comes Julius Anderson in the 98 to the bottom lane as they come down the back straightaway. 3 wide behind in that pack. Bentley Pierce, Jason Larker trying to lead that pack up to these front 4. Sir getting a little close with Anderson right there. Almost spun him with the quarter panel. That was a little dangerous. Let's see the gap back to the pack. It was 1.93 to the leader last time. This time it's going to be 1.82, so they gained a tenth. They're going to have to gain just a little bit more than that, though, to get up there and have a shot to win. Of course, once they get a little closer, they'll get in that draft, and they'll definitely get up there faster. And then we also have the chance of catching Code Luigi and Eli Bright, Joe Jefferson, Adam Lewis. So if that happens, that will definitely help them catch faster. Racer now to the bottom lane. Once again for the race lead. Led at the restart. Got passed by Julius Anderson. Now here he is back to the point. There's a 4-truck melee at the front, and the pack behind gains nothing. Still at 1.8. Yeah, they're getting nothing, but with these guys battling very hard, they are definitely closing. You can see it visually. They are closing because of these guys battling. If they get single filed out, say, then they will definitely not gain, because 4-truck single file is faster than about 10 trucks that are battling. But now they're kind of getting single filed out back at the pack as well. So we'll have to see. Yeah, down to 1.4 now. They are coming. They just gained 4/10 that last lap. If they can get up here, get in that draft, they will definitely close on in. But then when do they catch Code Luigi is the question. Code Luigi just entering 3 and 4, going about 25 miles an hour faster, or slower, excuse me. Maybe even 30 miles an hour slower. So, yeah, he's going about 30 miles an hour slower than these guys. Very dangerous. Probably should have been off the track at this point, as the pack is now caught. So we will close that leaderboard. Which lane gets blocked? If it's on a straightaway, that would be the best bet to get by, because then only the people on the top will be affected. But if it's in the corner, it's going to hold up everyone. Junior Ramos to the high side. He's going to get down to the bottom. Cole Luigi is going to block Taylor Bryan Price, who makes a move to the middle. That's the one thing you can ask of a lap truck. Just stay high, please. As you can see right there, he does stay high. He's not going to block many people, actually. So Cole Luigi doing a great job of actually moving out of the way as a lap truck. He did block 2 people. However, he didn't really block the whole pack, which is something we really like to see. If there's going to be a lap truck that they're going to catch, we hope that they don't block the whole field. Taylor Bryan Price has fallen back to that pack. Now here comes Racer to the bottom lane. Julius Anderson. Anderson gets the run off. Kind of funny, Julius Anderson driving that 98 truck. That truck went to victory lane in this race last season. So you know that Thor Sport knows how to win here. Junior Ramos now to the bottom for second. Getting racy at the front with 7 to go. We have about, give or take, 14 trucks in this pack as of now. But once again, we have more lap trucks ahead. Joe Jefferson is very slow ahead. We'll have to see when they catch him. They're going to go 3 wide for the race lead, 3 and 4. Lee Jack Taylor to the bottom lane. Coming to 6 to go. It's go time. And which lane does Joe Jefferson block? It's going to be the middle. And how many trucks get away? He's going to block. Oh, close back there with Brand Thunder and Jason Larker. That could have been a big crash. Jefferson's going to block the outside. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, about 6 trucks with a chance to win, coming to 5 to go. If the caution comes out after they get to the line, the race is over. Roland Emmerich is the truck out front. Bentley Pierce and James Barker are there as well. 5 to go. And they got 3, 4, 5 trucks trying to catch back up. I don't believe they're going to have enough time. They won't have the draft probably. So here comes Barker now to the inside. You know, those three battling back there, they're definitely not going to catch. There's a bigger pack in front of them, unless they can get a sniff of that draft. If they do, then who knows. 4 to go, 2 by 2 by 2. The beautiful sight. James Barker clears to the stripe. Just 4 to go at Charlotte. Next lap truck is going to be Eli Bright and Cynthia Bright, then Adam Lewis and Tim Gary, who are going about, give or take, 15 miles an hour slower than these guys. They will probably catch them, but when do they catch them is the question. Because if they catch them in the corner, that could definitely affect the front 6, and then we could possibly have about a 7, 8, 9 truck battle for the race win, coming to 3 laps to go. The gap back to the other trucks in the second pack was 1.5 last time by. This time, it is down to 1.2. They gained 0.3. If they keep doing something like that each lap, they could possibly close in and have a shot at this victory. But they have to keep moving up in that draft. They're going to catch Cynthia Bright possibly in 3 and 4, or possibly off of 4. James Barker and Roland Emmerich are clear. They can go wherever they want to. They're going to go to the high side, or Barker does. Barker's going to get away with the race lead right here. He gets around the outside. Cynthia Bright, with just 2 laps to go. Now does he get blocked right here? Eli's going to make a move. Barker's now blocked. Pierce, Octave will get around. It's going to be about a 3-horse race coming to the white flag. James Barker, Bentley, Pierce, Luigi Octavo. But here comes Roland Emmerich and others, because these guys are side by side. Coming to the white flag. Barker trying to beat Pierce and Octavo through the traffic. White flag one more time around Charlotte. Does Pierce have a run? Into one, he has a one. Oh, close there with Alexander Rowe. Off of 2 down the backstretch for the final time. Cole Luigi is ahead. Does he play a factor? Do they get side by side with Pierce and Octavo into 3? Luigi slows up Pierce. They're scattering, trying to get around Cole Luigi coming off of turn number 4. It's going to be a drag race to the start-finish line, and Luigi Octavo wins. I don't think I've ever seen a finish quite like that one. About a 140-mile-an-hour drag race to the finish line. But Luigi Octavo in the 01 truck just beats out the 8 of Jeremy Heath to get to victory lane here at Charlotte. I don't know if I've ever seen a finish quite like that one. So Luigi Octavo gets that long-awaited victory to possibly get him into the Pennzoil Truck Series Season number 2 chase. Let's now go and check the finishing results. Here are the finishing results from the Mountain Dew 250 at Charlotte. There's 1 caution flag for 4 laps and 14 lead changes among 11 different drivers. Luigi Octavo got up to the lead, slicing and dicing through traffic that was about 20 miles an hour slower. It's kind of like you're on the interstate, going in between trucks and all that. Luigi Octavo does it right and gets the victory lane over Jeremy Heath in 2nd, Bentley Pierce to 3rd, 4th, Junior Ramos and Taylor Brian Price in 5th. Then you got James Barker in 6th, Lafders Ducole 7th, Julius Anderson 8th, Ivy Hernandez 9th. Rounding up top 10, you got Derek Hamill. So there is your top 20. Luke Rainey, your points leader, is up 11th, and he extends his points lead to over 200 points. That is an insane points lead, something I don't think I've ever seen. Big points lead for Luke Rainey. The guy who led the most laps, he only led 7 of 26 laps, and he led the most. That's Racer in the 09, who ends up 16th. He was kind of blocked by some lap traffic as well. He couldn't really get up and battle. We had 25 trucks finish on the lead lap. Alexander Rowe, Tim Gary, Eli Bright, Adam Lewis, Josiah Coffin, Cynthia Bright, Cole Luigi, all involved in that big skirmish with 2 to 1 to go, and definitely really impacted this race. Jeff Bright in the middle of the race had some camshaft issues, so he came down pit road towards the end of the race, and he will end up 34th. But my oh my, what an interesting finish to this race. An already wild race just turned even crazier, really. And Joe Jefferson started on pole. He, of course, ended up 33rd. He got some heavy damage in that crash. Let's now go look at the point standings. Well, here are these standings after 10 races. Luke Rainey on top of the points list still by 240 points. Big points lead for Luke Rainey. Tim Gary keeps his 2nd position in points. Ivy Hernandez is 3rd. James Barker 4th. Luigi Octavo up to the top 5 in points with that victory. Then Julius Anderson in 6th with a great run. Taylor Brian Price 7th. 8th, you got Lafders Ducole. 9th, Cortez Newman, and Trey Rainey rounds out the top 10. So there is your top 20 in points. See in the top 20 of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9 winners, so there's only one winner below 20th in points. That is Jeff Bright, who had very, very bad luck here this afternoon. He comes home with a, I believe, 34th place finish. He's down to 22nd in the points right now. He can still use that win to get into the chase, but that is all 10 positions right now that are locked up. So if we have another winner, someone's going to be knocked out with a victory. So, that's going to be very interesting, especially for Jeff Bright, Brandon Thunder, Eli Bright, one of the bottom 3 winners. If someone like Cynthia Bright, someone like, let's go up here and see, someone like Tim Gary wins, James Barker, Julius Anderson, Taylor Bryan Price, they're probably going to get in over those guys. So they're going to have to get up there or possibly get another win. If you get 2 wins, of course, you overrule someone with 1 win as long as you're in the top 25 of points. So the next race will be the Smithfield 200 at Kansas. See you guys then.